The month of January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month. I'm Kenny Foreman, and I'll have more on that coming up.
Plus, a Montgomery County Commissioners meeting raises some questions and tensions about the county's precinct map. And grant money could strengthen the local food supply chain for Missouri and Kansas.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, and a coalition of local organizations is trying to raise awareness. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Kenny Foreman spoke with multiple experts on the importance of being aware of the issue.
Approximately 27.6 million people worldwide fall victim to human trafficking, according to the UN's International Labor Organization. For Prevention Resources Director at Life Choices Health Network, Chelsea Delgado, it's crucial to educate people on it as early as possible.
The average age of a trafficked victim in America is 11 to 14 for girls. And so when I teach in schools, that is the demographic that I'm teaching to. And they're very much still children. So I don't want to scare them, but I want them to understand that this is a real threat.
A major point of concern is an increased use of technology, especially when it comes to children. This can often put them more at risk when it comes to unwanted encounters.
What happens on the internet is real life, and it can stay around and haunt you for a long time. And so I want to make sure that we're critically thinking, both as parents and as children, about what our lives are online, and make sure that we're sharing what happens online with safe and trusted people.
Since human trafficking can occur in many different forms, some tend to get confused on what to look for.
When the media portrays perpetrators of human trafficking as people who are snatching people and kidnapping them and they're scary strangers, that can be misleading because often people are trafficked by people who are already in their lives.
But for when there is suspected danger, the Joplin Police Department has a simple message.
See something, say something. We as law enforcement, we don't know anything until the public comes and tells us. It's always beneficial. We have tons of resources online. You can always contact your local police department. You can contact the Southwest Missouri Cybercrimes Task Force, the Human Trafficking Hotline, the FBI.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman at KOAM News.
Those who are looking to make a difference in the four states are encouraged to get involved with the RISE Coalition, which consists of several organizations and agencies. Let's check in with meteorologist Austin Stantz now for our first look at the weather.
Yeah, thanks, Sal. How about those temperatures today? 24 degrees above average, just a few ticks under that record. Unfortunately, dry conditions have continued into the month of January, but those could be coming to an end. We'll talk about that in just a second. Current temperatures outside right now, 60 degrees. Still a very mild evening for us out there tonight. Winds are up there anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Could gust near 30. The temperature difference from just 24 hours ago, anywhere from about 10 to 15 degrees warmer right now than just 24 hours prior. Now, as we head into the evening tonight, just a few passing clouds out there tonight. Going to remain mostly clear out there and very mild. Heading into the midnight hour, temperatures still in the mid to upper 50s there. I am tracking that chance for showers and thunderstorms. We'll time all that out coming up.
Catching a few as the dry conditions continue in the area. Some county officials have issued burn bans. Today, the Emergency Management Office for Crawford County, Kansas, issued a burn ban until 8:30 tomorrow morning. Crawford County officials have also asked residents who have burned in the last couple of days to monitor the area and ensure nothing rekindles. Reddings Mill Fire Protection also issued a burn ban for today in Newton County, Missouri. Tensions and confusion arise in Montgomery County, Kansas this morning. Information and emails from the state dating back to October were brought forward during the county commissioners meeting. The information indicated that the county's precinct map does not match what the state of Kansas has on file. Those precinct maps inform residents about where they vote and the candidates that will show up on their ballot. Tensions arose when one commissioner asked where the discrepancies came from, and no one could give an exact answer.
I mean, we can start looking into it. I'm not really sure why we're having this meeting because I didn't really know what was needed to begin with. I've never gone through this before.
We haven't got it done, and they can't get the information from the clerk's office and you're new. I'm not fighting that. You don't know what you're doing on this. So let's get some help so you can figure it out going forward.
The discrepancies have to be fixed before the elections take place this November. If not, Well, the results could be problematic. Commissioner Bever recommended that the clerk's office get with the Secretary of State's office to resolve the matter as soon as possible. Further discussion will take place at next week's commissioners' meeting. A farm business grant hopes to build a local food supply chain in Missouri and Kansas. New Growth was awarded a $2 million grant from the Patterson Family Foundation, which hopes to provide technological assistance to food and farm businesses and specialty crop growers. It will also fund market development resources and business counseling to teach those who have no idea how to bring their food to market and exactly how to become part of a local supply chain.
Local food is actually not as local as we think in one small town, much bigger, right? So if you think about across the region, strengthening the local food system ensures that everyone who wants access to healthy food can get it. And it ensures that should we have any sort of cataclysmic events happen, that we have that supply chain has been created so that local food can be delivered. And so when global supply chains are disrupted, we can all still eat.
With that grant money, New Growth hopes to help 500 small businesses. The Grand River Dam Authority has some dock news heading into the new year. The GRDA says they will no longer mail annual dock permit payment stickers to dock owners on Grand and Hudson Lakes. Dock numbers must still be clearly displayed and proof of payment should be kept for your records. Southeast looks to take the next step in their boys basketball program. Ben McLeish has details coming up later in sports, but up first.
Tips and tricks on how you can start preparing your plants for this season. I'm Nelly Lopez with more details on that coming up.
There are a few garden plants that can be planted this early in the year, believe it or not, but it takes more than weather to help them grow. KOAM's Nelly Lopez gives us the details on a few beginning steps to take and how to help keep your garden alive.
These are also really good for starting like pansies, violas, stuff like that for your flowers.
Seed trays are a great way to start prepping your flower seeds, but also several vegetable seeds, as you can keep them in your home and they just need a source of heat. But there are some plants that are ready for this weather.
It's going to be the fruit trees mainly, primarily, because we really want to get them into the ground now so you can take advantage of any snow we get. Nitrogen is like one of the best fertilizers you can get. It's natural. Not only that, but you're getting the snow, which is helping it get acclimated. Really good watering from the snow.
Water, a very important necessity for all, even for plants.
And a lot of people think they don't have to water their plants in the winter. And there's been a lot of perennial die-off due to having these drier winters. So we're advising all of our clients to go ahead and make sure they're supplement watering throughout these drier times in the winter months.
Another prepping tip before you start adding your plants to your garden is testing the soil.
Very important to know your plants if they're alkaline or if they're acidic or if they're kind of like can go a little bit each way on where you plant them in your gardens.
But of course, every gardener has a unique trick up their sleeve.
My grandparents taught me this rule. I've learned to abide by it. Every time I tried not to abide by it, it doesn't work out. And that is no planting of the vegetable garden until after Good Friday.
So start prepping your seeds. Make sure you test the soil for alkaline and acidic levels. Remember to always water your plants, and don't forget to check the weather. In the EO Show, I'm Nelly Lopez, KOAM News.
A lot of those plants do require a lot of work and attention, so you want to make sure you always check on them throughout this season. A little bit later, the Kansas City Chiefs looked at the future at this year's NFL Draft.
Winter has been a little shy this year, but warm temperatures look to continue through the midweek, but dry conditions could be coming to an end. Details coming up. Well, we are getting a look at your Skywatch storm tracker right now, and we've seen some really unseasonably warm temperatures today. That continues into tomorrow as this warm front continues to push northeast. We will see a surface trough or just an area of low pressure begin to push in. That could bring a sprinkle Tuesday morning. A weak cold front passes that's going to have little impact on those temperatures. It'll be very insignificant as that warm front's going to help us really keep those temperatures in the 60s even as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures overnight tonight, 55 degrees, a very mild evening for us. So headed into tomorrow morning, here's that opportunity for a very isolated sprinkle. Again, it's not going to be impactful for any of our commuters throughout the morning across the region. Cloud cover mainly off to the east. That begins to move out as we head into the afternoon hours. Temperatures nearing the mid 60s once again out there. We will see some sunshine as some high pressure does begin to move in for us. That keeps us clear overnight into our Wednesday. A little bit cooler without the cloud cover. Temperatures back down into the upper 30s. That's still above average for this time of year. Heading into Wednesday, cloud cover begins to increase, but temperatures also increasing, nearing 70 degrees at times. And we're going to see this cloud cover actually kind of just act as a lid and just contain all that warm air. So a very mild evening overnight into Wednesday. Temperatures only going to be in the mid 50s once again, but we're going to see the opportunity for showers and thunderstorms, all that moisture, and we're also going to see some CAPE values increase, or available potential energy, convective available potential energy, excuse me. And we're going to see that opportunity for some thunderstorms begin possibly in the morning. This is very significant here because if we get that first round of showers and thunderstorms early in the morning like this, it's going to take a lot of that instability out of the air, not allowing for stronger thunderstorms to develop in the afternoon and more of just a sustained heavy rainfall. And we could definitely use the rain. So could see some thunderstorms early in the morning Thursday. Timing very imperative here. We're keeping a close eye on this. The next 24 hours going to be very significant as we accumulate more data timing this out. But the good news is we're getting some rainfall into the region. You'll notice temperatures there in the mid 50s. We're not going to go much from there, up much further from there throughout the day. We're going to see temperatures maybe break into the 60s, but with some passing rainfall throughout the day, and then headed into the afternoon with cloud cover, temperatures not going to be allowed to rise too much. But as I mentioned, rainfall very much needed across the region right now, even severe drought conditions across some portions of the area. How much rainfall could we see over the next 4 or 5 days? Well, anywhere from about ½ an inch to 1.5 inches. As I mentioned, it's going to be very imperative over the next 24 hours to look at that data, get the timing where the heaviest of the rainfall is going to move through the area. But the good news is everyone's going to see some rainfall over the next 7 days. Heading into Friday, maybe even a wintry mix possible on the back end of that system as it comes through. Cooler on Saturday, sunny conditions and mild headed into Sunday and Monday next week. Now taking a look at your 10-day extended forecast here, temperatures back down to more reasonable temperatures for this time of the year, head back down into the upper 40s by the middle part of next week.
I don't mind those unreasonable temperatures for now. It's pretty nice. We need the rain. That's certainly welcome.
Yeah, rain is on the way, and I've been doing a rain dance, and finally I think it's working.
Apparently so. Well done. Thanks, Austin. Still ahead, a look at what's next for the Kansas City Chiefs, plus a closer look at the 2025-2026 Southeast boys basketball team. Ben McLeish has those stories and more for us up next in sports.
For your next job?
The Southeast Lancers boys basketball team is coming off a sub-state runner-up finish a year ago. And as they look to take the next step with the state tournament appearance, their chemistry will be key. While some teams use semester breaks as a chance to get away and rest before a busy second half of the season, Southeast had other ideas. Last week, head coach Wes Leach and the team had a Christmas party to celebrate the holidays and spend time with each other off the court.
They're probably one of the most selfless groups that I've coached. They are for each other, and they love each other. You know, all the kids showed up, had a really good time, and you know, we got to talk about the positive things in each other's lives. The good thing about that is really none of it was kind of basketball related. It was a lot of the relationships they built with each other, checking in with each other. How's your mom? How's your dad? How's everybody going in your family? What did you do over break? Who did you get to see? You know, those were all the conversations that we heard.
I feel like that's something special that not a lot of people get that don't do a sport. And we actually got him a Christmas present, a basketball that we all signed. And I feel like that was just great. It really shows that our appreciation for him and his respect for us.
Spending time together away from basketball, like the Christmas party, is part of the team's emphasis on chemistry. While the ins and outs of the game are important for any team, Coach Leach says that the team's bond will help them take that next step.
Our X's and O's are good, but what makes a good team great is the fact that everybody's holding each other accountable. Everybody loves on each other a little bit. Everybody's invested in each other's lives, and everybody's really helping each other out. These kids right here embody the spirit of, that culture of, hey, we're all together. We are really moving all into one.
It's really like a brotherhood. I mean, we've all played with each other since we were little, so it's like we've played around each other forever. So we all know each other, what we like, what we don't like, and so really on the court, it's just an extension of that.
The Lancers return to the court tomorrow with a road test against Yates Center. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. Well, yesterday, the Kansas City Chiefs season ended in a 14-12 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders, the team's 6th straight defeat. But there's lots of reasons to remain optimistic about Kansas City's future. After all, the Chiefs still have a future Hall of Fame quarterback and head coach combination despite all of the current uncertainties surrounding the team. And with yesterday's loss, the Chiefs officially clinched a top 10 draft selection.
Optimistic for the future going forward here. Brett's got the controls from here with the draft, and he and his guys will do a great job there in the draft and as we work through free agency. So, and it was great to get the young guys some play time. If there was a positive to take out of this whole thing, I would tell you that's probably the biggest positive there.
The Chiefs will have the number 9 overall pick in the upcoming draft. And I have to mention this, the last time Kansas City took a player in the top 10 selections, it was Patrick Mahomes.
So they had to trade up to do that.
Yes, this time they do not. And now you've been a Chiefs fan for a long time. What do you think, what kind of positions do you think they should be targeting?
A lot of people are going to say offense because that's kind of splashy. And yeah, they need a running back. They need to tighten into the future. But in the first round, I hope they find an edge rusher. Some sort of pass rusher. They need to help.
Well, there should be some really good people at that number 9 overall pick, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll be right back.
I'm Will Peter.
A hero.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Joplin City Council meets tonight. We're going to have details from that meeting, including a move to transform the city's aging sports facilities. Plus, can government-backed grocery stores work? Atlanta tests a new model after Kansas City's costly failure. And 11 million flu cases and counting as health experts warn the worst might be ahead. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. You know, our stories are often discovered by you, our viewers, and we invite you to share your news tips with us. Just scan the QR code. You'll be taken to a form where you can submit a tip quickly and easily. We'll thank you in advance for being part of the story. The weather really unseasonably warm to start this new year.
Definitely, yeah. Unseasonably warm is the best way to put it, but also a little bit of everything in this forecast. We have showers, thunderstorms, the potential of some winter weather at the end of next week, and some cooler air on the way, and also just some sunny skies. So a relatively nice mix.
That's right. We certainly need the rain. Final sports note.
We've got a big matchup coming tomorrow. Missouri Southern and Pitt State basketball teams facing off. Should be a fun rivalry matchup.
It always is. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.